want to run that again. It sounded so damn good. I think I want to run it again, DJ. I was actually proud of myself of doing that song. And once again, thank you, Bryson, for letting me on the song. It's been a pleasure. So far, we only got 2 people here. Ain't no way. There is no way people are not interested in hearing what Steven Crowder unveiled. Finally. In my opinion, Steven Crowder just vindicated himself against a lot of people in the conservative movement that labeled him a monster, that called him narcissistic, misogynistic. I don't know how many other words we can use, but you know. A lot of words were used to explain Steven Crowder and what he did to his wife. I call it the video from hell. Hold on, let me pause this real quick. This is the beginning of the video that we're going to be reacting to together. It's about 34 minutes long. I do have to pause it, give some commentary, interact with the viewers a bit. So do me a favor as you're on your way in here, please hit the thumbs up. Please hit the share button if you're watching on Facebook. Subscribe if you're new here. And even if you are on YouTube, share this video and send it to a bunch of people. Tell them to tune in. What's up, Judy? How you doing? I ain't really been active on my YouTube, so I'm trying to do reactions, give honest commentary to stuff that I don't normally give commentary to on with Mo when we do somewhere in the middle every Tuesday and Friday. I'll be getting my days mixed up. Tuesday and Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. You can catch me and Mo giving our commentary on what's happened in politics, culture, entertainment news, pretty much anything, conspiracy theory. What's up, Virtuous One? Well, I'm going to give people a few more minutes to hop on in here. I'm going to run that back, DJ. Run it back. So when you're done getting high, it's over. When the party's over, where you going when the party's over? What's up, everybody? All right, we got some more people coming in. Let's fill the chat up. Let's get active. I'm way behind. What did he do to his wife? Well, I'm gonna run the video from hell. It's about 3 minutes and some change. What's up, Marlandon? Coming in here already off the rip, going off. The video from hell is that video that went viral back, when was this? Last year of October? November, October, one of those times. I can't remember exactly when this video came out. Let me try to pull it up real quick. Steven Crowder had a crazy incident with his wife. Not even an incident, but a video was leaked via his wife. You guys are going to find that out in this reaction that we do. Of him talking to his wife in a very, what people believe to be a misleading, demeaning, my bad. People believe that what he was saying to his wife and how he was talking to his wife was demeaning. It was misogynistic. Why is he talking to his pregnant wife this way? This actually happened back in April of 2023. I'm going to share that video with you so you guys can get caught up on exactly what I'm talking about. And I will also talk through this a bit too. Oops.
I drew a boundary.
Wait a minute, everybody can see my
DMs?
DMs?
You just did it. I drew a boundary in abusive and cruel. You are not taking the car. Because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
There is no groceries. I do have to.
Steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's an unreasonable request, but I'll go do it.
This is the video where he says, watch it, and everybody got all upset.
How about you first? Hillary, how do you respect the man? Yes. Other than that, other than you see the love of that. No. Other than that, no, you're not taking the car.
Stephen,
You're not taking the car.
Stephen,
you are not.
then I will ask them to pick me up. Would you like me to ask?
Oh, that's right.
It's not correct, Stephen.
Get an Uber.
Okay, Steven, I can't.
Get in the Uber.
Feeling some constraints?
Steven.
Like, I can't
Steven.
go. Listen to me. Listen to me. You want to walk out right now? Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're going to take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
See,
Do you understand the difference between my life being set to the second and
This is the video from Mel, y'all. I'm going to skip through this video because I'm just refreshing your memory on what he's coming back and referring to. He actually didn't do the interview. One of his colleagues did. Stephen wasn't there for this, but this is the video from hell that sent everyone into a frenzy talking about the treatment of his pregnant wife. Let me not say everyone because there were a few people who were remaining objective on this, but everybody knows Candace she went hard. Candace went hard. I think Tatum came out and did a video. He went hard. A lot of women in the conservative movement all on Twitter were calling it misogynistic. How could he ever speak to his wife that way? My husband would never speak to me that way. It's almost like you clearly have never had a disagreement where your husband checked you a bit and was like, yeah, no, that's not what we're doing. Get it together. That's what he said.
opportunity to get it. And I need some space.
Watch
You
it.
need to just stop engaging for a little bit. Okay? I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem.
Ooh,
I've
he
never
said I
received
don't
love.
love
And
you.
the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D. You just be disciplined about it. You go, no. But I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. No. But I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. That's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right then, past. Become someone, listen to me, day in and day out, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife. As a wife. Hillary, come on now.
I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to engage anymore.
She's not going to engage, guys. Well, we're not going to engage with this video anymore, and we're going to get into the actual video where he exposes everything. Now, I wanted to watch this live with you guys. I have watched about 5 minutes of it, but this is a legit live reaction from me, and we're all sitting here watching it together.
To host the show today for about a week, and the topics that we were going to discuss were what you would expect in any Louder with Crowder show. Talking about some news, make some jokes, maybe poorly, but unfortunately, that's no longer the case today. Well before any video that was released, we were going to do this show this way. I'll get to why Steven's not here in just a minute, but it was planned from a week ago, not from yesterday. I just want to say off the top that none of this had to happen. None of it. Didn't have to be this way at all. We didn't choose this. It was chosen for us. In fact, as I'll tell you in just a few minutes, we went to great lengths to give people the ability to do the right thing, to honor their agreements, and to do what they said they were going to do. Unfortunately, they chose a different path. For the last year and a half, everything you've seen in the public eye has been part of a well-orchestrated plan. What is that plan? To assimilate damaging PR assets and wage a negative publicity campaign against Stephen. I'll show you the quotes. I'll show you the text messages. I'll show you everything. All of the stuff that we did not talk about because we were giving people the opportunity to do the right thing. Taking the hits, taking the hit pieces, dealing with all of it to give people the opportunity to do the right thing. They chose not to. I wonder why Jared decided to release his video yesterday. Just for some backstory, there had been no communication between our attorneys for a couple of weeks.
Yes, just for people who don't know, Jared is the former employee that put out a video that went crazy viral yesterday, talking about him being abused legally by Steven Crowder. And of course, conservatives hopped on it. Candace hopped on it. She wants to do an interview with Hillary, his wife, and I think she's reaching out to Jared as well. But this video, if you were swayed in any way by that video that came from Jared, this reaction is going to change your mind. The information in this video that Louder with Crowder put out is going to freaking blow your mind.
So there was no impetus for it. The document compelling him to give a deposition had already expired on March 15th. So when he released his video yesterday, he asked you to contribute money for a lawsuit that did not exist, unless he's had a lawsuit that he would like to file, which he indicated maybe that was the case. We had not sued Jared. We simply asked Jared to knock it off. I'll get into the timeline of that. But Tuesday, March 26th, was the day that he chose to release his video. I wonder if it had anything to do with Wednesday, March 27th being the 5th day of mediation between Stephen and Hillary. Why release it the day before mediation? Mediation is a great opportunity for people to come together and resolve their differences peacefully. This is the 5th day. If you want to do some research on how many days it normally goes on during divorces, you can. It's not 5. Here's the timeline. On October 27th, 2023, we filed our original Rule 202 petition that Jared mentioned. Rule 202 petition is basically saying, hey, we're serious. Please knock it off and tell us how far this went. On October 30th, we sent a cease and desist. At that time, October 30th, 2023, all Jared had to do was respond in writing saying that he was going to knock off what he was doing. He was going to stop violating his agreement that he voluntarily entered into. He chose not to. Legal fees associated with writing us a letter would have been minimal, if any at all. And I have the receipts as to why we sent this to him in the first place, after around 6 years of no communication in this way. December 14th, we had one amendment to our Rule 202 petition, not quite the exhausting of the court as Jared made it seem, that we were trying to bully him with the law. March 15th, that 202 expired. March 26th, Jared releases his video. Jared, like I said, was raising money for a lawsuit that didn't even exist until this morning. It now exists because Jared has shown that he will continue to violate his NDA to be a part of this scheme to assimilate damaging PR assets to put pressure on Stephen in the divorce.
Oops, isn't that wild? People sign these NDAs. They willingly do it and then cry victim when they get in trouble for violating the NDA and the legal agreement. I thought that was interesting, given I watched the video and he made it seem like they were just doing these terrible things to him, but the truth is always somewhere in the middle.
I'll show you all the receipts, guys. It's there. He's actively flirted with violations in the past, and now he's involving himself in a private divorce for which he was recruited to leverage the company as part of this long-standing plan. And I'm going to say it over and over again to make sure you guys understand. We've been living with this for the last year and a half. The plan is to assimilate damaging PR assets and wage a negative publicity campaign against Stephen. Per Hillary's father. Here come the receipts. I hate being in this position, guys. It gives me no pleasure to go down this road. I am being forced to go down this road by their actions to defend this company, to defend the over 30 employees that work for this company. I am not a guy that picks a fight. But if you tell me by your actions, by ignoring easy off-ramps, easy opportunities to do the right thing, that you are not going to stop coming after me and coming after this company and coming after the employees that work here and that put blood, sweat, and tears into this business, if you tell me my choice is to fight you or let them be taken out, I am absolutely going to step up and fight for them. Every time. We tried to do this the right way. It's frustrating for me. But you need to know the truth, and that's what's coming out today. All of this information's publicly available. Court documents, not opinion. Not saying I have receipts and not providing them. I'm providing them for you right now. By the way, this is the court filing for Jared. We'll be releasing that so everybody can have access to it. Of course, taking steps to redact personal information because we would never want to dox anyone. Here is Hillary's father in a group text thread.
When y'all see this, please share this live. I'm begging you. Please share this live. This made my jaw hit the floor. I think I got a screen grab of it, so I'll probably put it up while he's reading it so you can see for yourself exactly what's in this document.
To the family. And it's a message that was liked by Hillary. The type of team I want. They understand right-wing media. They are familiar with who Stephen is and that world and the things that would destabilize him. Remember that word, destabilize. Fully understand and agree that Hillary's goals and expectations for the outcome of this divorce are reasonable and attainable. Not necessarily according to Texas family law precedent, but by employing a media/Brian Friedman and PR strategy that will significantly threaten this public persona and brand.
Bruh.
That's
That was
from
2022.
Hillary's. Yes.
Did y'all see that? Hold on. I sent it to myself. Did you see? How does your father employ a media PR strategy company to significantly threaten your current husband's image? Like, who does that? Only a vindictive, just mean-spirited. I don't know what they had going on in their marriage, but I don't think anything is that bad that you have to go out and employ your father at that. He needs to go out and employ a PR company to make you look like crap. I want to pull this up. This is real. Fully understand and agree that Hillary's goals and expectation for the outcome of this divorce are responsible and attainable. Not necessarily according to Texas family law precedent, but by employing a media/Brian Freeman and PR strategy that will significantly threaten this public persona and brand. That is absolutely crazy. Let's keep going.
This has been the plan from the beginning, guys. This is what we have been dealing with behind the scenes and not commenting on. We'll get to Brian Friedman here in just a second, but this is where Jared gets involved. After 6 years of no communication, Jared gets roped into Hillary's plan, gets involved in this plan. February 17th of 2023, and just leave that overlay up for me. Hillary and Jared met in Atlanta to discuss their strategy, and they took this picture. How He Changed My Mind. I guess a proposed book that Hillary would like to write to apply more pressure to Stephen. February 20th, per Jared's text messages, any scenario where Hillary and I team up is the end of him, meaning Stephen. It is his worst nightmare.
Bro. I was going to keep pressing play.
Watch the real fear enter his eye when Tim asks the question. All been going on behind the scenes. Can you believe the actions of people that are out in public saying they're trying to do the right thing and yet behind the scenes scheming to pressure Stephen with a negative PR campaign? It's going to be worse in just a minute, guys. Unfortunately, this isn't a fun day, but it's a day that has to happen where people need to know what's really going on. February 21st, 2023, Jared says this to Hillary. I think there's a scenario where several of us would be willing to attest to all of that. I just don't want him anywhere near those kids. That really, really disturbs me.
Hold on.
Why?
We're going to pause it there. I'm going to rewind it just a little bit. What has Jared, a former Louder with Crowder employee, seen that would render Steven Crowder an unfit parent? And why would an ex-employee of Louder with Crowder pretty much get together with the ex-wife to participate in a smear campaign of Steven Crowder so that he can lose custody of his children? This is what's going on behind the scenes. What? This man. Everybody should go back and watch that video with Jared. Go back and watch that video. Listen to what he says. These are text messages. You don't want him anywhere near those kids. That really, really disturbs me. Who are you to say when a man should or should not be a part of his kids' lives? That really just disturbed my soul. It disturbs you to see him around his kids. Well, I think it would disturb the public and people with common sense to know that there are people out here that would have no problem with separating you from your children because of whatever animus, if there is any animus, that you both have between each other.
Why do this? This was done specifically in order to get more than Hillary would get in court, or that Stephen even offered her, because his offers have been more generous than Hillary would ever get in court per Hillary. From a text exchange between Hillary and her mother. Again, all public information, guys. This is a part of court filings, not us pulling anything, not us opining. The financial offer was serious, and the business valuator and both of my attorneys agreed the financial offer was good. And while that's better than I would get in court, I want more freedom than that, referring to as well custody of the children.
Wait a minute. Let me put it up.
Remember that the financial offer was serious, and the business valuator and both of my attorneys agreed the financial offer was good. Offer was rejected. Why? Let's go back to the plan. To assimilate damaging PR assets and wage a negative publicity campaign against Stephen. And then, after doing that, they could make it all go away for Stephen. Per Hillary's father to Hillary and other family members in a group text. The longer the divorce proceedings go on, the worse the outcome for SC, Steven Crowder. Developing damaging OK PR assets should be pursued. That deliverable is up to us, not the legal team. I wonder why. And at the right time, Mark Scroggins, the first of three attorneys, will show SC the path to make it all go away.
Do you hear this? They'll show him the path to make it go all away. So let's create a crap storm, a chaos. Let's create a PR nightmare for him. Let's ruin his name in the industry. Let's make people not want to work with him. Let's have people call him money hungry, childish. I think somebody even accused him of like essay on the set of Louder with Crowder. Let's do that and then offer him a way out. Do you guys hear what's being stated? This is sick. This is disgusting. This is evil. Downright evil. And what makes this video so just like alarming is how many people were willing to just accept what a woman said because she was pregnant. And in all actuality, in all honesty, people just have in that they have a bias towards Steven Crowder, and it's because of what happened with Daily Wire. Look at what's going on with Daily Wire now, right? It's kind of serendipitous if you think of it. He put out a contract the Daily Wire gave him, right, which was, according to Jeremy Boring, a standard agreement. It was not Steven Crowder's actual contract that they offered him. And you guys participated in a smear campaign against him, specifically because he exposed Daily Wire. And Candace came out, and so many other people came out. I wonder if they've even watched this video yet. I wonder if they will watch it and then get online and retract some of their ridiculous, extremely biased statements that they made. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
Do you understand what they're saying there, guys? we're going to wage a campaign against Stephen. Not to tell the truth about Stephen, but to misrepresent things that are going on so that we can put pressure on him. Doesn't matter if these things are true or not. People are going to run with it because, hey, Steven Crowder tells some jokes sometimes that offend people. So they're going to run with it and they're going to put pieces out in the newspaper. And then when the pressure is so much, when we have wrecked his life enough, at the right time, and I quote, bring it back up, at the right time, Mark, referring to Hillary's first divorce attorney, will show SC the path to make it all go away. They both want money, maybe fame. They don't care if it's at the expense or well-being of the children or the family, or if they do, they're hiding that fact very well. And look, based on what we've discussed, they don't believe that Mug Club should even exist because it should all belong to them. Having an undercover unit? No, that money belongs to Hillary. Going out and getting these documents released so you guys could know what's going on about the Nashville manifesto, about the Chippewa Falls stuff that we've revealed and the other stories that we are working on right now? No, it belongs to them. Being able to bring in additional people to carry the load here? No, belongs to them. This is the through line with every single point. And this is something new. Not new to us, but new to you. And I want to tell you this from the perspective of somebody who hates to have to do this. I do not in any way want to be in the position that I am in right now, having to react to people's bad decisions, but I don't have any other choice because it has been made clear by their actions over the last year and a half plus that there is no other way to say, guys, stop what you're doing. You have to quit. You have to do the right thing. You have to honor your agreements. Hillary is not doing that. And so this company is suing Hillary for extortion against us. We filed a lawsuit against Hillary, her family, and media reps for tortious interference and their extortion conspiracy scheme, which I will lay out in detail. I take no pleasure in that.
Did y'all hear that? Extortion. Extortion.
I wish everybody would go and just do the right thing and we could all get on with our lives. And you can tune into this show and see updates about news, comedy, everything that you love about this show. Additional content from great people that you love to hear from. But unfortunately, I can't do that today. I hope we can get back to doing that very soon. In fact, we will tomorrow. But I hope we never have to address this kind of stuff again. I hope people understand that we're serious. We will defend the people that are here in this company. Let's talk about some things that you know and maybe some things that you don't know. So, one of the things you know, the ring footage, right? Everybody remembers that?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
It's the video from hell that I showed you guys.
my machine just froze.
Going out at all or no?
We're still going out.
All right.
It's just stuck
Okay.
on your camera.
Stuck on
right
me.
now.
You know what? That's fine.
Yeah.
That's where we need to be right now.
Yeah.
Just going to talk you guys through this. Here's what you know. Ring footage that was sent out that tried to portray Stephen in a very negative light, having an argument with his wife. Stephen admitted he's not a perfect guy. There are definitely faults. Arguments happen. People always say stuff that they wish they could either take back or was taken out of context in arguments. But here's what you don't know. Hillary deleted all of the other footage from that house on the Ring cameras and the Lake residence when a court expressly barred her from doing so.
Bruh. Let's go back, y'all. Let's go back. She deleted purposefully all the other footage that depicted the marital home just to make Stephen look bad in 3 minutes and 48 seconds of a video. I wish I had clips of me talking about this early on and saying, we cannot draw a conclusion about years of a marriage based on 3 minutes of a video. Who knows if she edited that? Who knows if she deleted all the good things? And it turns out that Mrs. Crowder did exactly that. She intentionally deleted evidence and then provided, you know what? Now we know who gave Yashar Ali the evidence. They already suspected that it was the father or Hillary herself, and now we have proof. We have proof. So did someone pay Yashar Ali to put this out? To give it to potentially former Daily Wire employees that had a gripe with Stephen for coming out and talking about their poor contracts that they offer influencers that don't have the space to negotiate? Let's keep watching the video.
Residence when a court expressly barred her from doing so. How many hours? Over 2,000 hours.
Ooh, 2,000 hours deleted.
Also, 8,000 hours never even handed over.
What?
Along with 18 seconds from the doctored video itself. A note, Substack video had small portions that were not even included in the court-issued videos, which means that it came from some other source. You can do the math.
Dude, we just did it.
This was all a part of the plan that we talked about. Ooh. To assemble negative PR assets to wage a PR campaign against Stephen to get him to give more, never enough, more. That's right. All the other ring footage from multiple cameras in multiple residences has either been actively destroyed or never even handed over in the first place. Here's another thing you know. There are family claims about hardships. I will make all of this stuff available on our website. I'll make sure you guys have full access to all of this. It's not us. This is court documents. This is stuff that has been filed. Claim hardships. Here's what you don't know. Hillary's getting $25,000 per month from Stephen. Per month. $300,000 a year, no taxes held out of it. In Texas, all divorce.
Wait a minute. $25K a month with no taxes held out of it? And you want more? This is egg on the face for so many people right now. They don't even understand. You don't even understand how, I love Candace. Amazing what she's doing right now. But she acted like a woman in that instance. Automatically taking a woman's side. Yo, this is crazy. $25,000 a month with no taxes removed?
Divorce-related attorney's fees are paid by the estate. Stephen's the only one actively contributing to the estate right now, so you can do the math there. This is the first time that we know a dime has been spent from Hillary on a lawsuit that isn't coming from the estate, also known as Stephen. I don't like that, but I don't have any other options. Here's something else you don't know. Hillary hired entertainment superstar lawyer Brian Friedman as part of her PR attack against Stephen.
What?
I don't know if you guys remember who Brian Friedman is, but he represented Trevor Bauer's false accuser, releasing images that were doctored. What he knew at the time, what he didn't know, still up for a little bit of debate, but it looks like there was some reason to believe maybe this claim wasn't 100% on the up and up. Trevor's been exonerated. It's been proven that this person lied about all of this. Maybe she even lied to Friedman. Who knows? But Friedman was all too willing to rush out and ruin a man's career that I believe had just signed a $100 million contract to play baseball and subsequently lost that contract. Still trying to get back into the major leagues, even though he's a well-accomplished pitcher. Should be on a roster somewhere. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that he was proven right. It just matters that the lie was put out there and that the campaign was waged against him. And Friedman represented the same journalist who leaked the Ring video.
Wait a minute.
Here's something else you know.
Wait a minute. Did I just connect dots, y'all? Yashar Ali, the guy that I mentioned earlier, that put out the Substack with the doctored video of Steven Crowder talking to his wife, the same wife that deleted over 4,000, 8,000 hours. They're all in cahoots together. You're all being represented by the same lawyer or attorney, I'm sorry, that represented other people, lying on other people to destroy specifically men's careers. Conservative influencers, I think it's time for you to come out and walk back those statements. This sounds like a nice defamation case.
Media hit pieces. We all saw that, right, Tim? Hit pieces coming out against us last year. Seemed like they were planned and orchestrated.
Yeah, they
come
were one
out
after the other.
One of the claims was that Stephen had revealed his genitalia to people in the office.
Yes, this is a sexual.
We talked about that. We addressed all of that. Here's what
they didn't see our Terminator 2
sketch, or when you have to wear like really thin garments so that you can be painted gold.
Yeah.
Right? For some of the sketches that we've done. Here's what you don't know. Jared exposed his penis in professional settings to Stephen. When they were at Wham Radio, he would expose himself in a way that only Stephen could see. And then for an hour, Stephen would have to sit there talking to people at the radio station about the business dealings of the show and not break. And to them, it was funny then and funny now. We're not calling him out for it. We're just saying it seems a bit odd that he was somebody who participated, maybe even started doing it, and then apparently cried foul about it. Here are some other key facts that I want to bring up. And tell me, do you think these facts seem destabilizing to you? And just, first off, just think about that. We want to do things that will destabilize him. We want to put enough pressure on him that he will give us everything that we ask for, and then Mark Scroggins can come in. Their text message guys can come in and show Stephen how to make it all go away. It's exactly what was in the text message. Let's start with Joe Lewis, Stephen's dog. Hillary tried to have Joe Lewis removed from him. Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Falsely claimed that Joe was dangerous, citing the previous owner.
What?
The previous owner. Let me just say this. That happened while I was in Stephen's office. He got a note saying from Hillary that Joe Lewis was dangerous and needed to be removed from the presence of the children.
Bruh.
He almost started crying. She was trying to remove everything from his life to put pressure on him to get more than she would get in court.
Bruh.
Thankfully,
The dog. You're going after the dog? You want the dog? You getting $25K a month. No state taxes. And you want the dog? This is crazy. I never imagined this video would be this bad. This is crazy. Here's the question that I have. How do you do these things and act like it'll never get out, or people will never see the fact that you did these things? Or was this the stuff that was under seal and now it is public information? Because how do you do this knowing you're going to get caught? That's what I want to know. How do you do this knowing you're going to get caught? And you look like a fool now, specifically talking about his wife. You had to know you were going to get caught. You had to have known. Or maybe you just don't care. No, I know she didn't want the dog. I get that. But like... This is crazy.
Stephen was able to contact the previous owner, who signed an affidavit stating that it was not only false, but the exact opposite of what was true in that situation. She also tried to get me to abandon Stephen when she filed for divorce. You heard me correctly. Gerald needs to leave Stephen. I haven't talked to anybody else about that in any detail. As all of this is going on, I was and this is not part of what I planned on talking about today, guys, but I need you to understand the level of, I don't even know the right word to say, but the crap that we are having to deal with is probably the most polite thing that I can come up with. Can you believe the things that you're hearing? Gerald, in Stephen's moment where he needs his best or one of his best friends to be by his side, Gerald, leave him. There's a campaign to apply pressure. That part, I'm assuming now that I know that that was part of the plan. At the time, it was just Gerald, leave him. Unfortunately, Jared echoed those same comments on one of the most difficult days of Stephen's life, after not really hearing from Jared for a while. I don't remember exactly how long it was. It could have been years. I don't know. I can look back. Leave him. Abandon your friend when he's in need. When everybody agreed that it would be great if Gerald could help with Stephen and help advocate for Stephen and be a sounding board for what's going on in life, to be able to talk to him as I had been doing for many years prior to ever being paid anything to do anything with Stephen. I was his friend before. Guess what? I'll be his friend after, if there is an after. He can stop paying me today and it won't change the facts that I have laid out here. And I know exactly what's going to happen. You guys are going to come after me. It's fine. I can handle it. But you're not going to address what I've said that's factually true in court documents publicly available, because you can't. It's so clear. Tried to take his dog away to destabilize him as part of the plan. Tried to take me away. I now know that was part of the plan, to destabilize him. Then got it echoed by Jared that I should leave him in his darkest potentially hour, when he's fighting for his name, for his reputation, and for his life. Here's another thing that you may not know. The address where the children slept part of the time was intentionally doxed. Hillary sent the private and unlisted residential address to Jared. You know how I know it was private and unlisted? Because I was in charge of making sure it was so. Do you know why? To make sure that the kids were safe. Not everybody likes Stephen. Some for very good reason. He comes off and he says a joke. Fine. You don't like that? Fine. If you want to use it, great reason. You don't like somebody because of a joke. But a lot of people don't like him because he pushes back on evil. And there are a lot of groups out there that don't like to be called out. And they don't like Stephen, and maybe they would try to do him harm. And so to make sure that his family is protected, he goes through great lengths to make sure nobody knows where he lives. Hillary intentionally doxed it. I won't use the exact words. You can see it in the image. But it's evil. Shortly after Jared received Stephen's personal address from Hillary, Stephen received a threatening message. The package came from Smyrna, Georgia. Didn't say who it was from, but we later found out that that is mere miles from where Jared lives. Again, Jared's probably going to say, oh, come on, it was a joke. Okay. It's an unlisted address. Nobody knows where he lives. You didn't say who it was from. You just said, watch it, effing watch it on there. I know where that came from. The edited video. I get it. The additional context that I'm not even going into today about what happened in that, but I probably will at some point to give you a little bit more insight. Not even close to what you think it means. Hillary admitted it. Have it on tape. Part of public filings.
Bruh.
Stephen receives a package at an address that no one is supposed to have. And then wonders, are my children safe? Am I safe? Who leaked this address? How did this get out? How would you feel if the person that you had children with leaked your private home address, knowing that the kids would be there during certain times of the week? It's something that I can't even comprehend. Something so reckless. I want to say a couple of things as I wrap this up. NDAs are a normal part of doing business. You sign an NDA voluntarily. Jared signed his voluntarily, and then he breached it. Didn't have to sign it. Could have left. Could have just left. Could have walked away. Didn't have to sign the exit. He signs it on the way in again. Didn't have to sign that either. Never. He voluntarily signed an agreement and then decided to break it. He also lied to you guys and said that I was asking for every single conversation with his friends and that I was telling him that he couldn't contact his friends. No, that's not true. Look at the Form 202 petition that we put out there. I told Jared in that petition, basically like, hey, you have to stop talking about the company. The agreement that you made with us. And that can be as simple, like I said earlier, as making sure no address is divulged to where somebody sleeps with their young children. It's common. I'm not restricting your speech, Jared. I simply asked you to honor your agreement that you voluntarily entered into. And you had every opportunity to do the right thing before being sued today. We'll get the lawsuit to you, I promise. And I hate it, man. From the very beginning, I talked to the lawyers about making sure that this cost you as little as possible. You don't know that because you never reached out to me. You just assumed the worst. Assumed that I was bought and paid for by Steven. I'm bought and paid for by no one. Again, Steven's friend before this job, Steven's friend after this job. I didn't want this to cost you money. I didn't want this to go out and be public for everybody. I did want you to honor your agreement and knock it off. When you refused, I needed to know how far this went. That was it. It would have been the end of it. After 2 hearings that maybe lasted about an hour each, and very minimal work, and a deposition deadline that had expired, you decided to come out and say that we had sued you, which we hadn't. That video makes it very clear that the only way that we can get to a place of understanding of what your agreement was and that you should honor it is for me to have to sue you. I did not want it to be this way. I take no pleasure in it. No matter what the outcome, I take no pleasure in it. I just want to protect this company and the people that work here. One thing you also need to know, guys, Hillary is behind this entire plan to assimilate the damaging PR assets and wage a negative publicity campaign against Steven. I'll say it again. That is the plan. And maybe it's because she's taking bad advice. I don't know. All I know is that the actions have been consistent in rejecting very generous offers. More money than Steven's ever made in his entire life has been offered. No, more. Every time. Every single time. I want to just reiterate all of these lawsuits, all of it. I hate it. I hate every single second of it. It does not give me pleasure. I've said it hopefully enough times for you to understand that I don't like doing this. But if it comes down to defending the company and the employees who pour so much of their lives into it, or staying silent while people repeatedly attack us and violate their agreements with us, then you better believe that I am going to fight like hell to defend this company and to defend our ability to communicate with you and to defend Steven, as imperfect as he is. We are all imperfect. It didn't have to be this way. There's still time to do the right thing. But I guarantee you what's going to happen again. They're going to attack me and not talk about the facts. They're going to continue to try and wage this campaign against Steven. Jared, you left in August of 2018. We said nothing about you. Move on with your life, man.
He's pissed. He's like, listen, Jared, you left in 2018, bro. No one said anything about you. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. That's the end of the video, you guys. I'm going to stay on here for probably about 10 more minutes and look at some of the reactions that are on Twitter. I'm also going to show you the fact that Ben Shapiro gave a donation to this guy who was clearly involving himself in someone else's divorce, trying to get the children removed from his custody. You have people online saying, oh my God, it's absolutely disgusting that Steven Crowder is filing for full custody for his children. Why would he want his kids around a woman who is going to actively and purposefully try to defame and destroy their father? Take money. You're getting $25K a month and you want more. You want more? Hold on, let's pull this up real quick. Thank you, Mo. Shout out to Mo. Mo's in the comment section right now. She actually sent me this screen grab of Ben Shapiro admitting that he donated $500 to this guy who is clearly being deceptive. It's right there. It appears Ben Shapiro donated $500 to free Jared Monroe. Actually, I did give $500, so there's that. Somebody said, no, it's not him. He doesn't call himself Benjamin. You can type whatever you want in there. Well, the quartering was clearly wrong. He gave this man $500. For what? He was in violation of his agreement that he willingly signed. But you know what this is? This is a strong animus towards Steven Crowder because of how he spoke about the Daily Wire. That's what it is. It's time for the conservative movement, the conservative realm, the entertainment world that involves conservative, big con, as Steven Crowder would call it. It's time for you guys to just come out and be honest. Candace already started the I guess I want to call it the exodus of content creators that have been deemed no longer credible or crazy or confused because of their very much so impartial opinions. Let's look at some of these tweets that are coming through. Uh-oh. I got something else. What is this? Why is she going hard for him? Doesn't she have a divorce to worry about? Mo is funny. Hillary Crowder, of course, is speaking out in favor of Jared, who is helping her with the destabilization of Steven Crowder via PR nightmares. He is also feeding information, as we have learned in this video, to Hillary and her attorneys to take all she can from Steven Crowder. And here she is right here. Jared is a good man, a great father, a loyal husband, and anybody who has been on the other side of legal abuse like this knows how financially and emotionally devastating it can be. It would mean the world to RT and donate to my friend. Listen, bro. This entire situation is just disgusting. I'm going to take some words from the guy, the CEO of Louder with Crowder. Honestly, I wish that we could come together on issues like this and just put out the truth. I hate the fact that feminism and the conservative movement is rearing its nasty red head. That's what it is. The women over here like to pretend that they're traditional until it's convenient for them to put on this damsel in distress persona, right? You're being abused by this person. You're afraid of this person, but you're taking them through the ringer as far as the legal system goes. And you're doing it in a very deceptive way. It's not like you're going about it in an honest way and you're showing the proof. You're having to doctor videos, recording in your home. You're having to employ former employees of Louder with Crowder that were fired back in 2018. You're using those people in 2024 to also help destabilize Steven Crowder. And nobody on, let me not say nobody, but like, where are the people who are going to come out and say, you know what, I'm wrong. I was wrong on this. Given the information that I just saw in this video, I was wrong on this. Will Candace comment on these developments or maybe change her tune now that she's freed from the Daily Zionist? I hope she does. I hope Candace comes out after her hiatus, after she gets back from Israel, and she has a change of heart, because These are court documents. Court documents don't lie. These are text messages. Court documents says that she deleted video footage. Not me, not Steven, not Daily Wire. But here's some of the, let's look at some of the takes on Twitter. Of course, people are just, they're retarded, bro. After seeing the video from Jared Monroe and now hearing Steven Crowder's response, I've taken a lot of time to process everything and understand it. I can confidently say that I'd rather play Hell's Diver 2 than to listen to any more of this bullshit. Like, let me go back into my hole and play video games. I wonder if this guy had anything negative to say about Steven Crowder, because I have no clue who this person is. So put something in the comment section if you know who this is and you know the original opinion that he gave. Like, she was giving a full emotional argument over this. Candace Owens, oh, absolutely. She was pregnant though. I gave her a pass because she's pregnant. This is Dean Abbott, pastoral counselor, chaplain, writer. Dean Abbott says everything is fake. Well, the current Steven Crowder revelation makes a few important things clear. Everything's fake behind the scenes of his pro-family conservative facade. Crowder was living and treating others in a way that contradicts those values. There's no way you just watch this video and you can say this. There's almost no actual conservative movement. What we mostly have is cynical entertainers who would do anything for wealth. I actually kind of agree with number 2. To a certain extent, I agree with number 2. So you got it there, Dean. 3, people will actively defend an obvious abusers if they think they are doing if they think doing so will help their side win. Where is he an abuser? That is a hell of a claim to put on a man in 2024. They can lose everything. Where is the abuser side of this coming from? Best we can do is divest ourselves of all emotional attachment to media figures and their fortunes and attend to our own small lives and the good we can do. I agree with number 4, but I wouldn't say our lives are small. Like, Crowder isn't the first conservative media figure to implode, and he won't be the last. You clearly didn't watch this expose of court documents showing that his wife is literally trying to take him for everything he has, down to the dog, because apparently the dog is abusive and dangerous. Pro-Life Sam says, I've been a big Steven Crowder fan for years. I tried to wait until more info came out before jumping to any conclusions. I've been praying for him, his wife and children, but knowing that he's trying to get full custody of his children is all I need to know. That's evil. So it is now evil for a man to want full custody of his children, given the information that we just took in, which is the information that Steven Crowder has had for probably his entire marriage and well beyond that, right? It's evil. Would you want somebody like this having custody of your children? I wouldn't, because who knows what you're going to tell them over the years about me. Maybe it'll create this resentment towards me as a parent. And absolutely, it proves that you're not stable mentally or emotionally if you're willing to go to these lengths of, I'm going to say it again, deleting. You deleted video footage and doctored and edited video footage to make yourself look like the victim in order to destabilize your attorney's words. Steven Crowder. This is crazy. If I were Steven Crowder, I would sue. Hold on 1 second, guys. My kids are arguing. Sorry. After the court said she couldn't delete them, yes, if I were Steven Crowder, I would sue Candace Owens too if she continued to involve herself in this issue with his ex-wife. I agree with that. 1000%. I hope Candace comes out and does the absolute right thing. Don't keep peddling bullshit lies. Just because a woman says it doesn't mean that we get to me too her and believe her because she's a woman. Matter of fact, where is that tweet from Candace that says we should not believe women, we should listen to women? That tweet didn't age so well if you think about it. We shouldn't believe all women, we should listen to all women. I don't even know where that tweet is. I used to put it up on the screen all the time back when we were still talking about this whole Candace and Crowder situation. You guys can go look that tweet up. I'm not making it up. It's real. It exists. Let's see. Steven Crowder is feeding lies and distorted information to Pearl to post because he himself cannot legally do it. Yes, I know this. No, you don't. Because the whole reason we found out about this is via a video that dropped at 2 p.m. Eastern in America? How is Steven feeding her lies when we literally all got this from the video? Like, this, no. Her ex page. Can you send me her page? Send me the page, and I'm going to not go through it right here on live because I'm going to get off. I got some stuff to do, and I've been up here for an hour. But bro, look, this is why, and you guys wonder why I say repeal the 19th. You know, people get upset. They get offended, and they're like, what do you mean? Women need the rights. Well, we have voices too. No, you just said Steven Crowder is feeding Pearl information. I don't even like Pearl. I think Pearl is the worst representation for women right now who have common sense. I nominate myself, but I don't even agree with her. But all this information that she got is literally from the video. What are you talking about? She got what she always wanted to further abuse a woman in order to prove some weird twisted point. Pearl has no life experience, cannot relate to women. I agree with that part. Who has been abused by the very person who was supposed to protect her. Where did Steven Crowder abuse? I'm about to follow you. Hillary Crowder. Let me know. It looks like during your third point, you forgot to copy and paste all the things that Steven sent you to post. Like, you guys are mentally ill. 10 hours ago, standing behind Steven Crowder is the wrong move for conservatives. Doesn't seem like the wrong move to me. Standing behind this woman who has actively and purposefully tried to deceive the public of Steven's actions via this court document right here that came from the show. Listen to me. Fully understand and agree that Hillary's goal and expectation for the outcome of this divorce are reasonable and attainable. Not necessarily according to state family law precedent, but by employing a media / Brian Friedman and PR strategist that will significantly threaten this public persona and brand. What are you talking about? Where is the abuse? Why shouldn't we stand behind a man who is quite literally being railroaded by his wife? We're going to end right here. I will not be live Friday with Mo. I'm going to go camping this weekend and enjoy some time with my family. I cannot go live via Instagram until the 18th of April. So the next time you guys will probably see me will be on a Tuesday because I can't go live. I would love to go live and have these conversations on Instagram, but you know how, Instagram is. You say two things wrong and they take your ability to go live and talk to your audience. But do me a favor. Please share, like, subscribe, wherever you're watching from to this channel, somewhere in the middle. We go live every Tuesday and Friday, 9 p.m. We have discussions like this. Now, this is a more in-depth discussion than we would normally have on our show, but we talk about these things. I'm sure this will be a topic on Tuesday where more people will probably catch up with the fact that this video exists and Steven Crowder has literally not vindicated himself, not defended, my bad. He has vindicated himself The wife hired a PR campaign, a PR strategist, to make him look like a total asshat. She put out 3 minutes and 48 seconds of a doctored video, the video from hell as I like to call it, and everybody fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. You did. I hope you come out and apologize. And yes, please go check out our latest shorts on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram. I think I'm going to try to make a clip of this myself. This little reaction that I did to get people to come watch it. Come watch it. Drop your comments in the comment section. Tell me what you think about this video. Do you think I'm on the wrong side of history, or do you think that we just watched a man clear himself of any wrongdoing? Again, for the women, the feminazis, the conservanazis, that's what I'm going to call them. The female conservatives, they are called conservanazis going forward. Tell us where the abuse is. Point on the doll where Steven Crowder hurt you, and catch up with the rest of us. Anyway, y'all, I'm out. So when you're